Step right up and bring the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. Please try, where's the time? Everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets of New York Town. All the Woodward and the Baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets. Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats, where do they go? To meet the Mets. All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York Town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and beat the Mets, beat the Mets. Step right up and beat the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. These times where everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets of New York Town. Of New York Hey there, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice. Yes, here we are. Hope everybody's doing well, and I welcome you to a presentation of our 69 Mets. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. And I say, I reiterate, premier. It's Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, the franchise, versus Phil Niekro at Shea Stadium in beautiful downtown Flushing, Queens. You get you take the 7 train and you get off at Willets Point, and you're here at the stadium. So come join us. There's about 15,000 people here now, and we're expecting a few more. This game was played on Wednesday, May 14th, 1969. Mets' actual record was 15-16. And the replay record is 14. Wait a second. Let's see. Let's double check that. The replay record is 15-16. The actual record was 14-17. And it's going to be leading off. Let's do the lineups for the Atlanta Braves. And the Atlanta Braves are going to be sending up Felipe Alou, the center fielder, batting .309. It's Felix Millan batting second, the second baseman, at .258. Hank Aaron, the right fielder, batting .339. It's got 25 RBIs in about 31 games or so, 30 games actually. The Braves are 15-15. They're fourth in the NL West. The New York Mets are fourth in the NL East. They're really struggling as of late. I've been having a lot of trouble scoring runs. So that's been one of the major issues that we've had. And let's see, where were we? Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda, 286, 22 RBIs. Batting fifth is the left fielder, Terry Francona. Batting sixth is Clete Boyer, the third baseman, at .259. Then it's Bob Didier, the catcher, batting seventh. Shortstop is S. Jackson, not sure of his first name, got to look that up, .236. And batting ninth is Phil Niekro. And we are right about to start. Just getting the crowd into this a little bit.
Let's get that a little bit. I don't want it too loud, but I don't want to be in the cemetery. All right, so let's get started. It's going to be Tom Terrific. Tom Terrific in our replays, 2 and 4. So he's been struggling. He's got a 2.61 ERA, but the Mets have not been scoring any runs for anyone, for any of the pitchers. So I think they're in a little bit of a slump, a little bit of a funk right now, and we're hoping that Tom Seaver can turn things around, and he goes a complete game, maybe a shutout, and the Mets can score a few runs for him. So let's start off with Filippo Liu, see what happens. This is Payoff Pitch Baseball. The way you read that is it gives you a category when you add these 2d6. That would be, for example, 6. It would lead us to a category here. There's 4 different categories. There's wheelhouse, patient, tough, and in play. And then eventually, if it doesn't fall in any of those, it would be an out. So that's how we do that. This is a chartless game. You don't use charts. Forever is in the house. Hey there, brother. Welcome. And here goes. Tom Seaver. Let's get this started. Lately, I've been playing 30-minute games, 40-minute games. It takes a little bit longer when you're streaming. But otherwise, they've been very, very quick, and I played a bunch of games so far with my 69 Mets using replay baseball to sim all the other teams. Here goes. Here's a pitch from Seaver. That's an 8. That's a tough 8, 92. And that's a fly ball, left field. 1 away. So Filippo Liu flies out to left. Right there is Cleon Jones. That's foul back. So Neon fouls one off. That's a 7 that's in play. 69 in play, 69. It's a fly ball center field. And Otis over, settles under it, makes the catch, 2 down. Hammerin' Hank Aaron, number 44. Holy smokes. Hammerin' Hank, how's he doing this season? He's got 7 home runs. I don't see him, sorry. Okay. I see what's been going on. Wait a second. I got a fly to left. Hold on a second. I got a fly to left. And I got a fly to center. It wasn't kicking in because I had the wrong screen up. All right, Hammerin' Hank. And Hank Aaron has got 8 home runs, batting .339 in 31 games. Here's the pitch. It's 11. That's wheelhouse. 71. That's a deep drive. Left field. Back goes Jones to the track, to the wall. Gone. Hammerin' Hank Aaron gives the Braves a 1-0 lead. Got all of that one. The exit velocity on that was faster than light. All right. 1-0 Braves on the Hank Aaron home run. Orlando Cepeda now. So patient, 37. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Cepeda's on with a single. He had 12 stolen bases. We're going to try to get a lead. He's a 4. Behind the plate is J.C. Martin. Got a decent arm. And it's Tito Francona. I said Terry Francona. It's Tito Francona. All right. That lefty batter. That's a 9, patient. A patient 13. Okay, ball 4. So after the home run, back-to-back base runners against Seaver. So out is going to go J.C. Martin to settle Seaver down a little bit. And we're really counting on Seaver to turn things around here for the Amazons. The Amazons are in 4th place. They're right around 500, 15 and 16, been in a slump as of late. So we're doing everything we can, and the struggles have not been with the pitching staff or so much the defense, but really with the offense, which has been non-existent. Here goes. That's a 6. That's a tough out, 58. And that is a ground ball, second base. Boswell. And that retires the side. All right, so it's Tommy Agee leading off against Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro was 23 and 13 with a 2.56 ERA. So I mean, the Mets and Seaver really face the cream of the crop every time Seaver goes out on the mound. He's facing the top pitcher on the other team. ID Jester in the house. Welcome. And Tom Seaver was 25-7. He's already got 4 losses in our replay. That's one thing I've never been able to replicate, the 1-loss record. I just don't think there's too many factors that come into play. You can replicate the ERA, you can replicate lots of stuff. The base on balls, the strikeouts, the home runs allowed, the hits, all you can innings pitched, you can replicate all that. But replicating the 1-loss record, I find it very, very difficult. Tommy Agee against Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro's got that knuckleballer. He's got that knuckleball that really gives the catchers a hard time. And Didier got what looks like a huge basket of a glove to catch that Phil Niekro knuckleball. Here's a pitch from Niekro. That's a patient 93. And that's a fly ball to left. 1 away. Wayne Garrett now. Wayne Garrett is batting .211 in 38 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Garrett. That's a 4 in play, 39. That's not going to do it. 39 is a ground ball to the first baseman. Let's see if he flips to the pitcher covering. And that's 30%. And he does. So it's going to be a 3-1. 2 down. Kenny Boswell. That's from the left side. Kenny Boswell's batting .259. That's a tough 78. It's a fly to center. On the run is Alou. And he's there, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Mets again. Met offense is really not present at the moment. Bob Didier, pitch from Seaver. Snake eyes in play, 0-1. Wow. That ball is lined in the gap, and that splits Agee and Otis and Didier around first into second base with a leadoff double. Holy smokes. Seaver cannot allow runs because the Mets cannot score runs. So now we already got a runner on second base. Sonny Jackson. Sonny Jackson, the shortstop for the Atlanta Braves. Against righties, batted .254, not too shabby, in about half the season, 250 at-bats. Had no home runs. And we're not going to bunt with him. DDA is a 6 runner. All right. That's a 5. That's a tough out, 42. Ground ball, third base. Up with it is Garrett. Long throw in time. Sonny Jackson grounds out. And, let's see. That's a 20% chance that he gets to third. We're going to roll on that. And he does get to make it to third. So it was in the hole, and Garrett got to it. And that allowed Didier to go to third. So now it's a pitcher. We're going to bring the infield in right here in the second inning because the Mets can't score runs. We're already down 1-0 on the Hammer and Hank home run. So it's Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro is a pitcher hitting card 9er. Here's the pitch. And that's a 12. That's a tough off Seaver. A tough 89, and that's going to be strike 3. High heat gets Niekro. Big K for Seaver. I mean, this is a big game for the Mets. I know you're saying, well, it's only May. Yeah, it's only May, but the Pirates are, I think, 21-9. You know, so you don't want to fall too far behind the first place team here. So every game that Tom Seaver pitches is now crucial. So with a runner on third, there's 2 outs, and it's going to be Felipe Alou, one of the Alou brothers. Felipe Alou batted .268 versus right-handers. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 4. That's patient 94. And that's going to be what the doctor ordered. That's popped up left side. Garrett back, Harrelson back, and Jones comes in, calls him off, and makes the catch. And that retires the side. Cleon Jones. Jones is a .333 batter. A tough 29, and that's going to be strike 3. Knuckleball gets Cleon Jones. Makes him look foolish. That's a tough 97. It's a fly ball to right. Hank Aaron there. Settles under it, makes the catch. So Kranepool flies out. 2 down. And it's J.C. Martin. Martin versus righties, batted .206. He and Jerry Grody share the catching duties. We're using actual lineups. Tough 76, and that's a fly ball center field. On the run is Alou and makes the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down again. And we're going to put Phil Niekro in a protect a sleeve that will protect him. All right, so it's Felix Mian leading off. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a tough 78. And a 78 is a ground ball shortstop. And Bud Harrelson throws him out. Hammer and Hank, 11, Wheelhouse. Wheelhouse, 35. He's a righty in Shea Stadium. It goes up to 32. So luckily, this is going to be in play. And a 22, and that's line base hit center field. Hammer and Hank is 2 for 2. Hammer and Hank had 9 stolen bases. We'll try to steal with him. He needs a 4. You don't get that 4. Orlando Cepeda. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 10. That's ballpark. Ballpark 29, and that's going to be Wheelhouse. Wheelhouse is 1 to 48. This is trouble. And that's going to be a deep drive to left field. Back goes Jones to the track. At the wall. Makes the catch. Gets it in quickly. Keeps Aaron at first. And he gave it a ride, Cepeda did. All the way to the wall. But Jones was there. And that's out number 2. And now it's Tito Francona. We call Tito Francona Terry Francona, I believe. Here's the pitch from Seaver. Patience 69. That's a ground ball to short. Bud Harrelson, long throw. That retires the side. Amos Otis leading off. Amos Otis is a 105 batter. That's a patient 52. It's a fly ball right field. Hank Aaron there. 1 away. Buddy Harrelson, 6, tough out. 84. That's a chopper to short. Jackson waits back for a second, now charges, throws on the run, and gets him. Tom Terrific, he's a pitcher hitting card 3. It's a 7 in play, 19, and in play 19. And that's a line shot and caught by Jackson at short. L6, so Jackson timed that perfectly, and Seaver hit it on a sweet spot, but lined it right at Jackson. Cleve Boyer. Cleve Boyer's batting .257, 2 home runs. Pitch from Seaver, that's a patient 61. That's going to be outside of his walk range, and that's going to be a bouncer to Boswell. Throws out Boyer easily. DDA, a tough 14, and that's strike 3. High heat gets DDA. Sonny Jackson, pitch from Seaver, and a 93. That's a fly ball right field, sky high. Tommy Agee waits for it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. It's still 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. That's a tough 31. Strike 3 on Agee. Agee has high strikeout numbers. Struck out 130 some odd times, 137 odd times. But he's a guy who'll strike out a lot. So he was swinging for the fences. He would fit right in with baseball today. Take care, ID Jesters. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Mr. Molly's in the house. 2019 Yankees. You've taken on a major challenge, my friend. A 2019 season, which in itself is, can be a cross you must bear. And then on top of that, you're learning the game as well. So you're really have a lot of you know, a lot of pressure on you here, my friend, because you decided to go for the 2019 replay. Holy smokes! Wayne Garrett, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. The Mets are down 1-0. Phil Niekro looks in for the sign. Here comes the knuckleball. In play, 29. Oh, man. And that's popped up right side. Right there is Cepeda, 2 out. I got to change these dice. I want to change these dice because this is ridiculous. I mean, we miss hits by 1 or 2 constantly. Kenny Boswell. That's a 5 patient, 0-3. That's ball 4. So there you go. Mets got a base runner, which is a positive thing. Boswell had 7 stolen bases. Let's see if we can get a 4 here, and we do not get it. Cleon Jones, the batter. Pitch from Niekro. That's patient, a patient 47. And that's line base hit. And hustling around second to third base is Kenny Boswell. Alu plays it on a hop. So line drive, frozen rope, Cleon Jones. And the Mets have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Let's I don't know why I did that. We don't want that to happen. We don't want that at all to happen. Hold on a second here. Let's try that again. All right. First and third, Eddie Kranepool. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Atlanta. That was the first Met hit. Here's the pitch to Kranepool. That's an 11 ballpark. A ballpark 24 against a lefty. It goes up to 23. So instead of a ballpark opportunity, we're going to go to a in-play opportunity, which is basically 1 to 26 for a base hit here. And we roll a 21. That's line base hit. Right field and into score and tie of the game is Kenny Boswell, and Cleon Jones on his way to third base. So Ed Kranepool comes up huge here. So it's first and third, 1-1, bottom of the fourth, and it's J.C. Martin. So changing the dice, change the Mets' luck. That's in play, 30. That's going to be a wild pitch. And here comes Jones. Safe. 2-1 Mets on the wild pitch. Skipped away from Martin. And Niekro was late covering. I expected a play, but nothing. Niekro wasn't there in time. So Kranepool at second base now. 2 outs. 2-1 Mets. Pitch to J.C. Martin. That's patient. A patient 0-4, and that's going to be ball 4. First and second now. And up comes Amos Otis. Amos Otis batting 103. Here's the pitch. Amos Otis, that's in play, 68. And that's a fly ball center field. Shallow center, racing in is Alu, and he gets there in time. That retires the side, but the Mets pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. They take a 2-1 lead. So let's see if Tom Terrific, the pressure's on Tom Terrific here, as I was saying. Mets are chasing the Pirates, who are, I believe they're 21-10. Mets are, early on here, are 15-16. All right, so Tom Terrific versus Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro is a pitcher hitting card 9er. That's an tough at 85. That's strike 3. That is strikeout number, I'll tell you 1 second. Strikeout number 3 for Niekro, for Seaver. And it's Felipe Alou, 1 out, top of the 5th. 8, that's a tough 37, and that's a ground ball. Third base, backhanded by Garrett, long throw to first, in time. Oh, got him by half a step. Felipe Alou really turned on the Jets going down the line there. Don't know about his actual speed. He's a decent base runner, but I don't know if he was really a speedy guy. He only had 4 stolen bases. But he turned on the Jets in that instance, and it's Felix Mian. Felix Mian batting .254. He batted .276 versus righties. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a wheelhouse 37, and that's line base hit to left, and Cleon Jones plays on the hop. Felix Mian is on with a single. 2-out single for Felix the Cat. And now it's Hammer and Hank. And Seaver is going to proceed with caution. Martin is going out to the mound. And they're going to talk over how to approach Hammer and Hank Aaron, who in the first inning launched one into left field seats. We don't want a repeat of that. We don't want to watch the rerun of that, especially with a man on. I mean, that would give the Braves a 3-2 lead, and the Mets just can't score runs. I mean, they can't get hits. They're really, their offense is really struggling. Hank Aaron, Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver looks in for the sign. Sets and deals. That's a in-play 37, and that is a ground ball first base, and Kranepool is going to race Aaron to the bag, and he gets there. And that's the 3rd out. Nice play by Eddie Kranepool. That's a 3 unassisted. Bud Howson, Phil Niekro, bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Mets. The pitch, tough out, 25. Strike 3, Bud Howson goes down swinging. Tom Seaver, 3-pitcher hitting card. There's not much there. Have to be a miracle. And this may be the miracle we're waiting for. And this is a ground ball up the middle and through for a single for Tom Seaver. 1-out single for Tom Terrific. Mets can always use a base runner. Tommy Agee, strikeout king of the Mets, steps in the box as a right-handed hitter. Tommy Agee leads the Mets in home runs. He's got 6, bats .239. Here's the pitch from Phil Niekro. That's a 7. That's in play 48. And that's not going to do it. 48 is a ground ball first base. This may turn into a double play. We don't know. Let's see. Agee's a 5, so that's going to be a tough one. Let's see what Cepeda can do. And he's going to go to second. No throw back to first. So Agee's going to trade places. It's going to be 6-4. Agee trades places with Tom Seaver. Agee had 12 stolen bases. We're going to try to take one right here. We need a 4. We got a 5. So he doesn't get the jump. Wayne Garrett, 2 outs. Oh, got a foul ball. Got a foul ball. Let's see. So, got a big tin. A tin of, do I have any more of those? Those are my good luck dice. Once I started playing with those dice, that's when everything started going the Mets' way. So, I got to find that. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, I got to get under the table, so I may not be back. If I'm not back within the next hour, please send in call in the Marines. All right, we made it. All that working out at the gym is helping me out. I'm all limber now. Okay, foul back. Wayne Garrett, Tommy Agee. Here's the pitch from Niekro. That's a 6. That's a tough out, 79. And that's a fly ball center field. Lou is there, and that retires the side. Orlando Cepeda against Tom Seaver in the top of the 6th. Can the Mets hold on? That's an 8. That's a tough 0-1. Strike 3. Tom Seaver blows one by Orlando Cepeda. Terry Francona. Tito Francona, 7 in play, 71 Fly ball, center field. On the run is Otis, and he gets there. 2 out. Clete Boyer. Oh, let's foul back. Let's try that again. That's safe. Seaver 5, and that's a tough out. 91. It's a fly ball. Line to left. Jones. And that's out number 3. Kenny Boswell leads it off against Phil Niekro in the bottom of the 6th at Shea Stadium. That's in play, 66. It's not going to do it. It's going to be ground ball up the middle, and Jackson gets to it. Spinorama. Throw to first in time. Kenny Boswell out at first. Leon Jones. Tough out. And that looks like a 15. That's going to be strike 3. 2 out. Eddie Kranepool. Left-handed batter, 6. Tough out. 0-5. Back-to-back Ks. That retires the Mets. Bob Didier. Top of the 7th. That's a 4. Patient 10. That's ball 4. Didier walks. Didier's a 6. He's not a bad base runner. So we're gonna get a you know what? We're gonna try a hit and run here. Let's see what happens. There goes the runner for Patient 43. That's gonna be a ground ball, second base, and that's gonna move the runner. That's exactly what you want in a double play. You want to move that runner. And now it's Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro is a 9 pitcher hitting card, so it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. He's got opportunities for hits on this card. Here's the pitch to Niekro. That's a 4. Patient 98. Oh, it's a good pitch for the good number for Seaver. And a 98 is a pop up to the left side. Jones under it, coming in, shallow left, makes the catch. 2 away with Didier at second. That's the tying run at second base here in the top of the 7th. Pressure's on Seaver. Wants to get out of this inning. Mets are not going to score a lot of runs. So every run that he allows just makes it more and more difficult for the Mets. Felipe Alou, who batted .268 versus righties. Here's the pitch to Felipe Alou. That's a 7. That's in play, not what you want. A in play 48. And that's a fly ball right field. And AG towards the line. And he's there. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. J.C. Martin. Phil Niekro. Bottom of the 7th, 2-1 Mets. Tough out, 55. The fly to left field. Under it is Jones, makes the catch. Amos Otis. That's a 4 in play 47. That's not going to do it. Not for Jones. That's hard hit. Pull down the line. Clete Boyer backhands it. Long throw to first in time. Buddy Harrelson. Tough 58. That's a bouncer to second. Mian charges in. Throws out Harrelson. That retires the side. Top of the 8th. Tom Seaver. The franchise. Trying for his 3rd win. It's a 2-1 lead right now. So this is the heart of the order. It's Felix Mian coming up, followed by Hammer and Hank Aaron. He's got a home run in the 1st inning. He's responsible for the only Atlanta Brave run. Or Braves run. And then you got Orlando Cepeda. Felix Mian batting .260 in 131 at-bats. Here's the pitch. That's a 10. That's ballpark. Ballpark 60, we're going to look at in play. And an in play 85. It's a good roll for Seaver. That's grounded to shortstop. Harrelson in the hole. Long throw and gets me on. Buddy Harrelson with a nice play showing off the cannon. Hank Aaron. Now, this is probably the most dangerous guy. Hit 44 home runs. 44 home runs. batted about I'd say about 290. Here's the pitch. That's a 4 against Seaver. That's patient, a patient 90. And that's popped up left side towards the line. Jones in foul ground and makes the catch. And that is 2 down. Orlando Cepeda. Orlando Cepeda bats from the right side. Orlando Cepeda hit 22 home runs. 277 versus righties. Here's a pitch. That's a 4 patient, 86. So really ground ball, shortstop. And Harrelson waits back, now charges, fires, and gets Cepeda. 3 up, 3 down for Seaver. Tom Seaver leading off the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Mets. Can the Mets hold on? That's the question. Phil Niekro, a 10, 12, strike 3. Seaver, down swing. Let's look at the box score real quick on that. Phil Niekro, that's his 6th strikeout. Seaver has 4 strikeouts. Tommy Agee leading it off. Agee's got good power. Like to see him get a hold of one. That's a 10, a tough 61. And that is a line drive, base hit to left. And Francona over and cuts it off in the corner. Gets it in quickly, and Agee's on with a single. So Tommy Agee contributing offensively, which is a nice thing to see. And now it's with only 1 out, we're going to try to get a lead for Agee. Let's see if we can get that 4. That's a missed. And nope, does not do it. So we're going to try a hit and run. There goes Agee. And this is an 8. Niekro tough, a tough 64. And that's going to be right outside of hit range. Man, that would have been good. Tough 64, and that's going to be a ground ball shortstop. And there's going to be no chance at second base. Long throw to first, 6-3. So nice play there. By Jackson. And we get the runner over to second base, Kenny Boswell. Here's the pitch. That's an 8 tough. A tough 0-0. That's going to be a rare play chart. So this could work out in the Mets' favor, hopefully. This is the first lookup in the game. Rare play chart with 1 guy on. So we're going to look at the runner on base, and we're going to roll these 2 D6. We've got an 8 pitcher with wild pitch rating of 30-31, which he has. And this is going to be the second knuckleball that gets away. Second knuckleball that gets away from Niekro, and that's going to allow Agee to go to third. So that's the second wild pitch for Niekro. I'd say that's fairly realistic for a knuckleball pitcher. All right, Kenny Boswell with a huge insurance run at third base in Tommy Agee. Here's a pitch from Niekro. That's a 9. In play, 35. It goes up to 32, and that's going to be a comebacker. Niekro feels his position, throws out Boswell, and that retires the side. Holy smokes. That would have been nice. And that gone up through and up the middle for a base hit. All right, top of the 9th, 2-1 Mets. Who's coming up? Tito Francona. Tito Francona batted 289 versus righties. Followed by Cleve Boyer, 236. And then it's Bob Didier at 255. Those are the 3 batters that Tom Seaver is going to face here in the top of the 9th inning. So far, the Braves have 1 run, 5 hits, no errors against the Mets. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 7 in play, 65. And that 65 is a hard hit ground ball. Harrelson scoops it. Throws him out at first. Nice play by Buddy Harrelson. We want to roll 5s and 6s here. Let's see if we got a 5. We got a 4. Patient, 26. Ball 4. Cleve Boyer is on at first. So that is the tying run at first base now. And Boyer can hold his own on the base pass. DDA. DDA is a 255 batter against righties. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6, tough out, 57. 57 is a fly ball right field, and Agee moves over under it, makes the catch. That's 2 down. So Mets are 1 out away from a victory here for Tom Terrific. Sonny Jackson. Jackson is a 229 batter. He's got 1 home run. Bats from the left side. Against righties, he batted 254. Tom Seaver looks in for the sign. He sets and he deals. Boyer on first. That's a 5. That's a tough out. 0-1. Strike 3. High heat. Gets Sonny Jackson. Tom Seaver. Tom Terrific shows up for a big game, and the Mets win it on the strikeout. So the crowd is excited. That was a huge strikeout to end the ball game there for Tom Terrific. Tom Terrific gets the victory. Improves his record to 3-4. Phil Niekro takes the loss. Drops to 3-2. The Mets reach 500. 16-16. The Braves drop to 15-16. Let's take a quick look at the box score. Highlights for the Mets. The Mets had a total of 4 hits. 1 by Agee, 1 by Jones, 1 by Cranepool, and 1 by Seaver. Cranepool had the only RBI. And they're cheering Tom Seaver. They want him to come out of the dugout, and here comes Tom Seaver. So great performance by Tom Terrific. Pitches a 5-hitter allowing only 1 run. That was that home run in the first inning by hammering Hank Aaron. Tom Seaver walked 3, gave up 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 hits. Went the distance, struck out 5, faced 35 batters. So this is our 1969 replay. Now the next game, let me tell you what's going on in the next game real quick here before we get there. I'm going to head off to the gym now. I'm going to come back, have lunch, and I'm going to play some more games, roll some more dice. I probably will get to Inside Pitch today. Don't know how many more I will stream, maybe none. We'll see what happens. The next game is going to be Thursday, May 15th. So basically, the Mets have won both these games against the Braves, which is nice to see. Don Cardwell. Don Cardwell versus Pat Jarvis. Great thing about Payoff Pitch is you get every single player. Love that. So Pat, did I say Pat? It's Pat Jarvis. There he is. Pat Jarvis at 13-11 with 4.43 ERA against Don Cardwell. I mean, Don Cardwell has a great ERA. Oh, actually, he doesn't have a very good ERA. His ERA is over 4. He's really struggled. And we're going to auto-play Cincinnati and Philadelphia real quick here. Get through the rest of the games in the day. And that's Philadelphia beats the Cincinnati Reds 3-2 in 10 innings. Cincinnati's 22-9, while the Philadelphia Phillies are 11-18. Pittsburgh's playing San Francisco, and let's autoplay that one real quick. And Pittsburgh wins it by a score of 6-4. They improve their record to 22-10. And finally, it's St. Louis, Los Angeles, St. Louis. Autoplay that, and that's a 5-3 victory for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And St. Louis is 16-16. We're going to go to the next day now and the schedule, May 15th. The great thing about this is it keeps track of everything for me. So it saves me a lot of trouble. I will continue to buy replay baseball seasons and use this method. So I can have the whole season replay. I can have all the teams, all the stats for all the players in the whole league. Oh, I didn't have to look at the hit and run chart because I have it memorized. Yeah, I didn't have to look at that chart. really all hit and run charts are basically pretty much the same. I mean, grounders. The whole purpose of a grounder of a hit and run is to make sure there's no play at the guy at second. So on most grounders, you're going to get no play at the guy at second base, 90%, let's say. Line drives are automatic double plays. So that's forever if you're still here. So, and if you're not, you can always come back and check out the response. But yeah, and then in patient and wheelhouse, you don't get a hit until it's higher. The roll is higher than 90. And I'll show you to show you right now. Yeah, I didn't have to look at the hit and run chart because I know it. I memorized it. It's pretty simple. It was like a 43 or something like that. It was a ground ball second base. It's 1 to 30 is a double and a single on this. And then it's 31 to 90 is going to be an out. So anything between 31 and 90 is an out. And then obviously 91 to 99 is real hard. I would never, like, the guy who's hitting, who's basically at bat, has to have a home run range of 1 to 50. And I would never hit and run with a guy with a home run range of 1 to 50. I would never do that. That's pretty dumb. So, because first of all, he strikes out a lot, usually if he has that many home runs, generally speaking. Not all the time, but. So basically, 31 to 90, I know what it is. It's ground ball to short or ground ball to second. Runner advances. All line drives are double plays automatically. And the runner on a single gets an extra. On a single, he gets an extra base. On a double, he gets an extra base. And if he strikes out, runner's pretty much thrown out because you look at the worst possible opportunity for the steal, which is poor chance of stealing, which would be most often is an out. So that's why I didn't look at the hit and run chart. So I pretty much have it memorized, but now I really have it memorized. All right, so we're replaying a couple of games till we get to the Met game, to the Atlanta Braves, Jarvis versus New York Cardwell, and then I'm going to sign out. Let's see who we have in the National League. We have only 2 games. We have Atlanta at New York, and we have Cincinnati at Philadelphia Thursday, May 15th, 1969. And Cardwell is basically 2-4 with a 4.10 ERA. He'll be facing Jarvis. And I'll set up, you know what? I can set up the actual lineups right now. So when I come back, I have that all set up. So it's going to be Alou, Neon. And the great thing about playing these older seasons is most of it is done for you. Hank Aaron, I mean, they use the same lineup almost every day. Tito Francona, Cleve Boyer, Bob Didier. Oh, Tillman is in there. And then Jackson, pitcher hitting card for Jarvis is a 3 pitcher hitting card. So we're going to use the Met pitcher hitting card because that's what Seaver was. And we're going to get the new catcher now is going to be Bob Tillman. And that's how quickly it is to set up one of these games when you're replaying like older 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s. I'm playing the 87 Mets, and that's a blast. I love that. Pretty much the same lineups every day. You don't have to kill yourself. I like modern baseball, don't get me wrong. It's just a different beast altogether. Let's get the 1970 baseball card for Don Cardwell. There he is. He's an old guy. I mean, he's 34 years old compared to some of the other pitchers the Mets have. And for the Mets here, real quick, let's take a look. It's going to be A.G., Garrett, Boswell, Jones, Shamsky. That's the first appearance of Art Shamsky in this season. He was sent down to the minors early in the season, and after about a month in the minors, he's back. So, and he's going to be in right field. Then it's going to be Cranepool. It's going to be Cranepool and Martin. So we got to get Shamsky in there. Shamsky's going to be in left field. That's exciting when you get a new player in town because the Mets are really struggling on the offensive end. So any new player, now Shamsky versus lefties, he only had 22 at-bats, and versus righties, he batted .292. That is huge for the Mets. And he had about 300 at-bats. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Art Shamsky, and that makes me very excited. And not only that, in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, we get the Don Clendenon trade. Actually, it's 30 days away. Don Clendenin comes in, and he's gonna bring power, the power the Mets need. So between Shamsky, this is the only thing that's really holding the Mets back, the offense. I mean, our pitching is amazing, no pun intended. And Don Cardwell is a six pitcher batting card, and we got that, and that's it. We're set. We're ready to roll. We're ready to roll for the game 3 of this 3-game set versus the Atlanta Braves. The Mets have won the first 2, and I got it all set up. And this is CP Cards and Dice. Just reminding you folks that this is your home for tutorial strategy, player profiles, history reviews, news, tips, tops baseball cards, rants, and everything else. Thanks for stopping by. I do the same thing after I finish my game. So everything's ready for my next game. There you go, Forever. Great to see you, brother. That's it. Sounds good, man. And I will see you soon. Maybe tonight. Maybe I have one more game in me in terms of streaming. But otherwise, I gotta do a unboxing of my 1970 card set. My 1970 card Topps complete season set. That's going to be crazy, dude. This is treasure. So, take care now.